Okay, we're back. It's another how-to video. This time we are going to put, I am going to put new brake and clutch levers on my 2015 R1200GS. These come from Wunderlich, and they're a little bit shorter than standard levers, so they're a little more comfortable to use with 2 fingers, and they're adjustable for reach. So let's see what's in the box, shall we? I have a kind of a business cardy thing here that says, probably gives me a link to legal documents. I have another cardy thing here that says general notice, and is a general notice. I have a little bag with a tool, and what I'm going to guess is some Loctite. I'll show you what the tool's for here in a minute. And here is the lever. So this is the brake side, that's the top. So you can see, and the adjustability of it. And amazingly, printed instructions. These seem to be a thing of the past these days. And Wunderlich was kind enough to send me a multilingual instruction sheet. So yeah, that is thread lock. There's the tool. It's gonna help me get the pivot out of the stock levers. So I'll show you how that works. Okay, so they want me to take the mirror off. We're gonna try and do it without taking the mirror off. But we are definitely gonna have to take the handguard and the little handguard windshield off. So we'll start there. This, I believe, is either a T50 or a T55, and we're gonna find that out soon enough. That is a T50. There's the bar end weight. This will pop out if you let it, so either grab it and hold on to it or use that to hold it. I'm just gonna pop the whole thing out. So it looks like I need 2 of whatever size wrench that is. So these turn in opposite directions. You gotta hold one in place. There we go. Now that the lock nut is loose, I can turn the actual mounting nut. There's a washer and corrosion, so I'm gonna need to clean that up. There, that pops off. So when I put it back on, I'll have to remember to tighten that up where I want it. Up top here, that looks like that's another T25, and then there's gonna be a nut on the bottom here that feels like an 8. So this is the same 8 that I used on the front brake caliper. So a little pressure on the bottom of the screw will help pull it up to the point where you can get at it. And then eventually you can see it's not fully threaded. I will clean that and put a little bit of grease on it. But until then, I'm gonna put the bolt back on it. And let's check where we are on the instructions. We've taken it out. That's the nut and the bolt. So we should be able to just pop the lever right out. And indeed, it does pop right out. There's the plunger. I will clean that up and re-grease it as well. But this is the pivot that we need, the sleeve, and that's what the tool is for, to press that out. I don't know if I can do this with my fingers. Let's see what the instructions say. The instructions say to just push it out. So I'm gonna have to go figure that out. I'll get a pair of pliers and try it like that. So it's a little too wide for my pliers, but I got it started moving by just hitting it. Now you definitely want to hang on to this because there's a spring in there that you don't want to lose. Once you get it to a certain point, you can pull this out. But that's the thing you want to be careful. There's the spring that you absolutely do not want to lose. And it's short. So gently pull that pivot the rest of the way out. Don't deform it. The spring goes in the spring hole of the new lever. So this is the tricky part. You have to hold the spring, compress the spring, and get the pivot, the sleeve in. So once you've got it ready to go in, you got the spring where it's supposed to be and you've got this in, go back to the tool they gave you. The other end will fit in the hole. Okay, so the easiest way to get the sleeve back in is to put the tool in. It's the same way you used it to push the sleeve out, because it will fit. Okay, I finally got it with the judicious application of some light taps from my hammer. Now, installation should be the reverse of removal, but I'm gonna test it first. So there's a little bit of pressure to get that to line up. All right, so I'm gonna clean this plunger and put just a little bit of grease on it.
Understood.
And I'm also gonna clean the bolt. So the plunger goes in there until it clicks. Line up that brass sleeve you just did and push it on through. Give the nut a couple of turns to get it into place. 8mm wrench on the bottom, T25 on the top. There we go. One more grunty. There we go. Now you can see that's good 2-finger action right there. And that's adjusted all the way in. That's exactly where I'm gonna leave it too. So this has 6 little spots to adjust. So depending on how big your hand is, 1 is as far out as it can get, and 6 is as close as it can get. So you've got 1, 3, and 5 on the spires, and 2, 4, and 6 on the flats. We'll start at 3. All right, now I have to put the mirror back on, the hand guard, and I'll be all done. Then I can do the other side, which should be exactly like the first side. So the bar end weight goes on the inside, and then this spacer and bolt goes through. So I'm just gonna get everything kind of loosely in place so I can put the mirror on. I'll probably have to adjust the mirror when I get to riding the bike. What I was doing wrong, because I'm an idiot sometimes, all I had to do was turn the handlebar a little bit so that I could spin the mirror around and it went right in. This also gives me a chance to move the mirror a little bit, which I needed to do before but never got around to. Now I'm gonna do the other side once I tighten this up, and I'll be all done. So the clutch side on mine is just a little bit different because I have this additional GPS mount for my Zumo 590. So I don't need to completely remove it, but I do need to loosen it, drop it down out of the way so I can spin the mirror. This is already loose.
It's a beautiful day.
It is.
You look like a beautiful day.
Just this once. Hopefully by not changing the relationship of these, I can put this mirror back closer to where it was. Well, that one just really does not want to come out. Use my 8mm to give a little bit of leverage here. You can see the head on that is different than the other side, and once again I'll get that cleaned up and put a little grease on it. Once you've got the pivot out, all you have to do is give it a little tug, and there it goes. So now we've got to get the sleeve out, and we'll use the same little tool to move over the plunger unit. Going back in, there we've got the sleeve installed. The bolt is greased lightly. The plunger is greased lightly. The plunger just pops in. Line things up. And I bet I can use the driver to push it in. Yep. Easy peasy. Both lemon and squeezy. It's a nylock nut, so you don't need to put any thread lock on it. Perfect. That right there is the reason that I get stuff from Wunderlich, because without this tool, that would have been nigh impossible to swap that plunger part out. So thank you very much, Wunderlich. Really appreciate that. Then go back and tighten the screw on the front. So in addition to the tool, Wunderlich provides really great instructions, and look at that, they're even in color. So I'm gonna put all these things in a bag with the old levers and save all of it in case I ever decide to put it back to stock. Well, it has been an interesting day. Another Morton's employee saved my bacon because I dropped one of the tiny little springs and I couldn't find it. It was gone as far as I could tell, and it's not a part you can get separately. I was lamenting ever touching the motorcycle with a screwdriver of any sort, and Seth came out from the parts counter, and he's apparently a savant at finding the finder of dropped things, which is what I shall call him from now on, Sir Finder of Dropped Things, or the patron saint of finding dropped things, because he found that tiny little spring and I was able to get it all back together. I'm very excited to try out the Wunderlich levers. Everything from Wunderlich I've put on this bike has been top notch. Windshield, hand guards, the rider's seat, and now the levers. I'm very excited about it, and I want to thank them for making such good products and great instructions, and including the tool that is critical to use to get that sleeve out of the old lever and into the new one. Thanks again. Appreciate all your views, all the clicking and stuff. Ask questions, visit the Wunderlich website. If you live in the United States, they have a United States distributor. If you live elsewhere, you deal with the company from Germany. Either way, you're getting great product, you're getting great parts, you're getting great customer service. See you next time.